Hello there, beautiful awakening souls. Jason again. Just a little bit more information on Sasquatch that I'm going to share. So this will be video number 4. Like and subscribe to make sure you see the rest of these. And please share if you know anybody that might be interested in this to help me get this information out. It is important. And also look for the previous few videos so you... in and out. Just check out the other videos so you kind of know what's going on. So where I left off was on a camping trip and had some interaction, had some Sasquatch walking around outside the trailer, rocking the trailer, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But I'm not going to do a complete recap. That's what video number 3 was for. So the next morning, my friend that was staying in the trailer with me and I got up and we went to tell the other people what was going on because they didn't necessarily have the same experience we did. So we were telling everybody, kind of shared. And I don't know, I don't think anybody knew what to think, but because it was interesting actually. Everybody's reaction was kind of like, huh, interesting. And it's like, did you hear what I just said, But yeah, so I don't know if they were quite grasping what we had said and what was going on, but that's okay. So I remember I went off and one of my friends, Brian, who's a good friend to this day, I was telling him everything that happened and he was asking some more questions and things like that. And as we were talking, we kept hearing these little thuds and like little thumps on the ground, like little tiny ones, and it was like something falling. So we're surrounded by trees, but the frequency of these things falling was like a lot, and it was like little pine cones that had been falling. But as we were talking, what I noticed was that they weren't just falling straight down and kind of bouncing. It was more like they had been lobbed. And it struck me as odd, so I said to Brian, I'm like, what's going on? Like, why are there so many things falling around us as we're talking? Like, it seems like excessive. Because for the amount they were falling, like how frequently, it was like the entire ground. We should have been walking on nothing but pine cones, you know what I mean? Like, it was just way too frequent. And then again, like, just noticing that seemed to be like, they were coming in an arc. So I'm like, is there something here throwing stuff at us? And as far as I know, squirrels and chipmunks don't throw things at people. So anyways, as we're talking, I kind of started paying more attention to this. And I noticed, and I caught one, and that it definitely come at an arc, like it had been thrown. And I tracked it, and I saw exactly where it landed. So I went up, and went over and I picked it up. And as I picked it up, another one that had definitely come. And it wasn't our friends. It was absolutely not our friends throwing them because there's only 3 others. And we could see where they were sitting and they weren't surrounding us. And these were coming from all directions. So anyways, as I'm standing up, I picked one pine cone up. And then I saw another that had been lobbed at us. And I tracked that one. I picked it up too. And I picked them both up. And I'm like, see, like these didn't just fall. It was like they were thrown because they bounced like 5-6 feet. And then I picked it up and I was looking at it and I handed one to Brian and I said, like, I don't know, what do you think? And he made an excellent observation. He, holding the one I handed him, picks up a bunch more and he goes, interesting. You notice how all of these pine cones, they like the ones that were, most of them just had like a little black nub that had been like worn, like it had just naturally fallen off. But the 2 that I picked up that seemed to have been lobbed at us looked like they'd been torn off a branch. So here's one of them. This is one of the actual ones. I've kept it. 7 years old, and you can see how it's got this like this little piece of branch. I don't know, hopefully that's clear enough. There. See, it's got that little piece of branch, and it was almost like it was twisted off, right? And in the other piece I have a second one, but I'm just showing this one because the branch isn't as big and obvious, but it's a little bit less, like maybe half. And all the other ones just had like these little tiny, tiny black nubs as if they had fallen naturally, and that was, you know, kind of natural order. But these had been torn off, and anyways, so that was interesting. It was funny, like it was a daytime thing, you know, and we're looking around and there was nothing there. Like we, you know, so in the earlier videos I talked about how the Sasquatch people, you know, they're interdimensional, they can cloak themselves. So they were obviously throwing these at us. You know, listening to the conversation, and they like it. Like they actually like it when you talk about them and share information, especially with heart-centered people. So yeah, it was just like they were, you know, around us, throwing these at us to confirm the information. So anyways, I'm going to stop this video here. It's a little bit of it's still a long one, but it's short compared to my others because the next one is going to be kind of a long story. I know that for sure. So like, follow, and we'll share more of this information. Thank you. Have a great day.